Okay, I got the microphone on. Welcome, everyone. It's Friday evening, and I'm your host, DrFox2000, here on the Volcano Eruption live stream. Good evening, everyone. Or good evening, good morning, good day, good afternoon, depends where you are. And some of you even good night. And it is TGIF. All right. Yeah, we're looking at some more lava continuing to flow over top of that area that we were watching yesterday, which is kind of not so nice. But I mean, it's still, at least it's still in that same spot. Before we get into it, I know I'm starting a little bit early here, which is fine. We don't mind doing that. And just if you see Kim Raudenbush, you tell him right away that we're shutting down early. Just so he knows. I'm kidding. If you see him, yeah, bug him. Tell him that. Anyway, before we get into things, I just want to make sure everybody understands. If you're looking to chat in the chat box, take a look at the top of your chat box. It should say top chat or live chat. If it happens to say top chat replay or live chat replay, that means the stream is already over and all those people you see in the chat box have actually gone home already. Oh, hey, I heard a car door. I was trying to get volume on the volcano. That's somebody else is slamming doors. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Anyhow, again, top chat, live chat means you're watching it as it's happening. Top chat replay, live chat replay means it's over. And you can still make comments down below just like any other regular video, but you cannot interact with the people in the chat since they're not there anymore. They're actually all ghosts and invisible, and they've gone home. And they're and some of them are eating cookies. Some of them. And I'm sure you know the guy that starts with L and S. I'm sure you've heard of this guy before. You know, there he is now. I think his name is I will be eating cookies too, he says. So, needless to say, we know who got into the chat first, Mr. Cookie Thief. Lucas Snow. Again. Nobody's ever going... Yeah. One fish says LS, a.k.a. Cookie Monster. I believe that. Anyway, glad to have everyone on board. And even that Cookie Thief. Anyway, good evening. First off, good evening to my moderators, Arizona Snowman and Paulzilla. Bob, I don't know if you were in here already, didn't see you, but Bob is C&D boy, also in the channel here somewhere. And of course, we know that Piggy is still laid up with her... What? Put the chat room under lock and key. Yeah, the thing is if I make it, you know, for just subscribers, he's still got, he is a subscriber, so he's going to end up still getting in. But it's a good idea, Paulzilla. I tried to keep the door shut, and I even forewarned everybody else that I was about to go live and to hold him down. But somehow, some way, his computer must be awful fast. So, Yona, you made it over here, and I'm so happy you did. And I hope you noticed that I put the big blue banner up top there in my other chat, and that's the link. So, hopefully you'll catch on to that sooner or later, which is good anyway. No. Lucas is down in Texas. I'm here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. If he's doing anything, like I said yesterday, he's got to be a hacker or something. I think what he's got is he's maybe got a direct line to YouTube. Okay, that's where I'm thinking it is. But you never know. You never know. Anyway, regretfully, I will give him cookies. Hang on. We'll get cookies up there for him. Oops, those aren't cookies. Hang on, I'll get the right cookies this time. Lucas, don't bite into those. Those are rocks. Oh. Oh, there's your cookies. All right, there, we got them. I hope you didn't lose any teeth there, Lucas. Yeah, lava cupcakes. They could almost be that, Nancy. Anyway, I was going to start welcoming people in here, so I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to start out with, we got Juliet is back. Of course, that cookie thief, Lucas Snow, is here. Sue Hayes, Kevin Haynes, James Bong back. Rebecca Patterson, Linda Schoof, Nancy Buchanan. Welcome, all of you good people. JT and Barbarian and Banana Puss, Tina Sassy, Rasterum. Welcome back. Going up some more, I see Dominique, Deborah, and let's see, One Fish is back here as well. Grandma B, welcome. Annie is back in the house as well. Mona Alfano, welcome back. Colin Taylor, Seawolf Chris, Maximus. Let's see, who else snuck in here? Billy Bob Joe, welcome back, all of you guys and gals. And let's see, going up some more. Did I say Grandma B? Of course I did. And going back a little bit more, Angel Grams, welcome back. And let's see, EC is in the house. Glad to have you on board. Yona, of course. Yona from Iceland. Glad to have you here. And Dodger made it back. Frosty username is here. Linda Schoof. Got Banana Puss already. Garabandol is back. I went on a chocolate chip craving. Yeah, I cookie thief. Okay, yeah, so if you find those chocolate chip cookies that are missing all the chocolate chips, you go talk to Garabandal. He may have insights on where the cookies are, where the chocolate chips went to. JT back in the house. Let's see, who else is in here? We got Christopher Treg. Boy, that's going to... Christopher, I don't know, that's a hard name for me. But welcome. Sandra Rocklin also here. Adam Wood, welcome you guys. And let's see, going up here, Brian Bain, morning from the future. Nice sepia picture, okay, of the cone. About 800 La Palma time. Cheers. Yeah, there was actually some interesting shots, and we will get to those in a few minutes. And right now, of course, the visibility is poor again because of wind direction. But anyway, I'm still naming names here, so I see Chuckster is also here. And Hans Wilbury made it back. Let's see, who else is snuck in here? I got One Fish before, so... going up the list here, just trying to find some names I have not mentioned. And looks like majority of the ones I see are already on my good list here that we've already talked about. Let's see, okay, we got that one. Brandon Fisher, welcome. Glad to have you on board again. Frank McLeod, also back. Sharon Stewart, welcome. Patriot Roydy, welcome. Glad to have you back here. Sherry Fisher, also in the house. Alan Coker, welcome. And going up here, Rick is back. Who else? That's as far as I can go up the ladder, and I think I got most of you good people. Probably a few more down on the bottom. Phyllis Johnson, welcome. Jimmy Arcthida, Arcthida. I'm not sure if I pronounced it the first time, was probably better. But welcome, Jimmy, from Istanbul, Turkey. Well, welcome, and glad to have you on board. Icewater also in the house. That sounds pretty cold to me. And Robert Dowdy, also back in here. Diane Craig, good evening, welcome. Liz Markman Moyler, also in the house. Sir Q Star, good to have you back. And let's see, did I miss any others going up? Anyway, if I did happen to miss your name, I think I got Rebecca. Yeah, I got Rebecca earlier. Pamela Moncure, I think I got her. Rayola, I didn't say. Rayola, welcome back. And Michigan Rick, also here. And I think that's got most of you. Anyway, if I didn't happen to mention your name, don't be offended or anything like that. I do try to say hi to as many people as I can. Lisa P. Frampton also here, and so good to see you. I have racing pigeons. Does anyone race pigeons? No, I don't even race cars. Does anyone race pigeons? Yeah. I guess, as Billy Bob Joe said there with humor, Jimmy, you do. Let's see, I seen Judy was in here as well. Yeah, I might have mentioned you earlier. Jeff Burke also just snuck in the door. I race snails. Oh, that's a really speedy thing to watch. And all good. So, all right. I guess the first thing I should do is kind of update you guys a little bit on from what I heard earlier today, as I spoke with her on my channel, was Piggy, and it looks like it's all in place, and she is Glenn Fry. Yeah, I don't know if that's appropriate that way, putting it that way. Okay. Anyway, let's stay away from that. Okay, so anyway, Piggy's progress is kind of normal in the sense of the way things are happening. So we're still looking at a return of her making it back home somewhere around. Ooh, I got flashing lights outside. I got to take a look at what's going on. Oh, we got fire truck next door. I don't know what the heck. Let's see what. Maybe we can see excitement. Hang on, I might be able to do this. I'm gonna see if we can fix this real quick here and see what if we can actually see what's going on next door or on the street. Get rid of that, get rid of that, turn that on. Yep. Okay, some kind of emergency vehicles out front, and excuse me for interrupting our lava show, but I'm curious. And when you got that going on in your neighborhood, you always have curiosities, okay? And I don't know where they went. So, yeah, live fire would be almost as bad as something. But I see the EMS. That means somebody's hurt or something. I wonder if they're in the building next door. Because if they were over at our building, they would be pulled up a little bit more. But I wonder if where that is. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of weird. I wonder what's going on. Yes, Grandma B, they do typically, actually, if it's an EMS call, and the ambulance can't get there as quick as possible, what they will do is they will send the fire department, because they have EMS, they have paramedics, trained paramedics in the fire department, and that's what's going on. One fish says, I saw them going into your neighboring building. Yeah, that's very possible if somebody has hurt themselves or something. Could very well be what's going on over there. So, yeah, it's kind of weird to have that. Anyway, I think we got to go back to doing what we're doing. 116 racing pigeons. How do you keep track of all of those? The volcano needs CPR. Yeah, sure. Hi again. Yeah, welcome Aurelio. Welcome. Storm Chaser 1211 also there. Someone is below the left corner. Someone is below the left corner. No, there's a bird in the tree. I noticed that. But I hear more sirens. We'll leave it about there and see. But if you watch the tree in the forefront, you might. Oh, there's a fireman there. Where's he going? He's going in his truck. Gonna keep warm. That's my Christmas lights. Yeah. When I want Christmas trees, I just phone the fire department. They'll come down here with all the lights on. It'll be pretty, just in time for Christmas. So all pretty cool. Anyway, I'm not sure what's going on there, but I think we'll leave that be, and hopefully they will resolve whatever it is, and hopefully no one is badly hurt or anything. And we'll see what happens. I'll keep it on the other monitor here so I can keep an eye on it. It was just odd and weird that was going on. I was looking at the bunny cam and seeing the lights there and going, yeah, something's wrong. So anyhow, let's get back to our volcano, and I do believe we were somewhere around here. And I wanted to get rid of that big banner, and we'll turn that off. And then I had done something. I was going to show you the present live stream of the other one, but it's such a poor view. I thought, okay, all it is lava flow. So let's go back and look at some earlier footage today. And I want to throw this one on. No, not that one. How about this one? Yeah, this will work. And again, that big banner at the top, we'll get rid of it. And now I heard reports of people were saying that there were some very large explosions happening during the course of today's eruptions, and that they were able to see shock waves shooting out, or moving out from the cone. Now, I did not get any time reports on it, so I was trying to figure out roughly when it was, and I couldn't see anything. And of course, shock waves happen so quickly that you won't be able to see them. But if Okay. Jimmy, I know who we are. Okay, if you know who he is, Jimmy, quick little warning. We don't put up with stuff here that is not necessary. So if you want to be in the channel, you mind your P's and Q's and stay on topic, please. And we will let you stay here. Otherwise, it's pretty easy to say goodbye. Okay? No messing around here. This is a serious stream. All right? For the most part, we are. Anyway, Scotland had another earthquake. Oh my God, that's good. Yeah, don't feed the trolls, Barbarian says. That's right, we make them walk the plank into the lava. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And anyway, getting to what we're seeing here, of course, you see a lot of steam, and it's mostly steam coming off of this time around. And if we progress a little bit, and I'm just going to move it forward just a bit, then all of a sudden you can start seeing some ash appear in the background from the back vents. But right now, here, we'll go a little bit further. There you go. And apparently the speed at which it's coming out was pretty intense. So that's something that is kind of strange. I mean, we did have a very, very large amount of earthquakes within, you know, the last 48 hours that we had over 300 earthquakes there. Yet when we turn around and look at what happened just in the last 24 hours, we only got about 39 earthquakes in comparison to the previous where we had 200 plus. So we definitely have things changing, and this is very, very important to figure out. Okay, what's somebody saying the cat is... There's a cat in the tree? No, there was no cat in the tree. There was a bird in the tree. If the cat's in the tree, it's trying to get the bird. Anyway, get back to the volcano stream. Aaron Horton, welcome, as well as Jane Binch. And let's see, Henrietta, welcome. I'm glad to have you back. Scott Hartman also here. Oz, welcome back, Oz. Good to see you. Luke's Fun Fair Experience, welcome. And I'm doing so-so. Not too bad of a day, but I do feel like I've got something, you know, kind of plugging me up. Like, almost like I've been breathing too much volcano ash or something. But we'll not worry about that. We'll try to work here. Drop bear, what? It's a drop bear in the tree. Ah, a drop bear, eh? Okay. Well, right now I don't know what's going on, but I seen a couple more firemen going back to the vehicle. I wonder if that guy's walking down the street. Oh, they have one out in front of our building too. There's another ambulance there. So I'm wondering what the heck is going on. And that ambulance is right on my side of the street. Unfortunately, we can't see it. So something going on. Is it Ernami? Yeah, Ernami, please, por favor, Inglés, okay? So let's do it in English, and then we'll be good. Let's see, who else? John Rapram popped in. Glad to have you here. We got Cat Whisperer, and Al is also here. Pepe came back as well. Good to see all of you, and thank you for popping in. Okay, so this is what we were watching, or what the thing was doing during the day here, and that's about 6 hours, 20 minutes ago. If we go on a little bit, the sky made it look pretty awesome. This I thought was just kind of a neat picture, because you rarely see something so snow white in the foreground, and the contrast of the picture itself is pretty awesome. So I did take a couple of screenshots of that. I thought it was pretty cool. So hey, Bob C&D boy is here. So okay, cool. All right. Storm chaser cone collapse, increasing the increase in earthquakes and increase in lava, and the volcano shows no signs of giving up. Storm chaser, you're right. It really doesn't. Joni Duffy, welcome. And 20 years ago, you're just what? You're just a lucky. You're just a lucky. I don't know what you're saying there 20 years ago. But, you know, for me, I can count back 20 years ago at least 3 times, okay? So, anyway, let's carry on with what we're doing. Tracy Bill's also snuck in the house. Doc, I hope your building is okay. Yeah, it's not the building. It's somebody has either injured themselves or something. You never know. It may be actually in our building here, and they may have just stopped over there on the other side to see what's going on. But they are still there. So I was waiting for them to leave, and so I could see where they're coming from. Now, just to kind of throw something in here, and I shouldn't really mention too much of it, but the lady that lives below me, she is 84 or 85 years old, and she does have some health problems, and she has been taken to the hospital a few times. So I'm hoping she's okay, and it's nothing to do with her. So Blue Moon, lava's about to enter the ocean again. Well, if that's what's happening, then they're not showing it here. They're showing it, it's actually entering the ocean still, from what I understood. But anyway, I thought that was scenic when we were looking at it during the day here. And of course, it got dark fairly quick thereafter. That was kind of at dusk when we had that weird look. And this was just a little bit later, and you can continue to see, we know there's fire coming out because you can see it. Obviously, the tephra falling out the back, that fire fountain is still active and shooting up a lot of material. And we don't know why it's giving her all that much more. I think what's really kind of confusing some of the scientists is they thought, okay, this thing is showing signs of decline, and then all of a sudden it picks up like this, and it picks up quite a bit. So always have to wonder what goes on down, way down below in the plumbing. And this is where, you know, the correlation with the earthquakes is so interesting, that, you know, we've had such a large amount of earthquakes down there, and we know that something had to have changed with, you know, over 250 earthquakes in a 24-hour period, when your average is between 30 and 40. You know, you kind of got to wonder, okay, what's going on, you know. And it really does do some damage to the plumbing down there if you start having a bunch of different collapses, or maybe magma or pressure areas are pressuring back up as far as the supply cauldrons or whatever you've got in there. You know, basically the cavities where that lava is sitting, if they are reaching certain pressure levels, all of a sudden you get another earthquake happening, because it forces the walls in or out, or well, outward, pushing on material, and bang, you get rumbling, right? So it's always those things that you have to take a look at. Latest earthquake at 23:59. Okay, and how big was it? 3.5, 34 kilometers down. Okay, Pepe, thank you. And yeah, and that would show you exactly the kind of thing. You've got the two different areas. You've got the lower one, which of course is down somewhere around anywhere from 36 to about 30 kilometers roughly. And then you've got the upper one, which is somewhere between about 14 or 15 kilometers up to about 10 kilometers. So you basically have two playground zones where the lava is being transferred, or the magma is being transferred from the lower ones to the upper ones, and then it protrudes out the top of the vents here. So, and having all those different earthquakes definitely does some wonders to the plumbing, okay? You know, things collapse, things move, shift, or whatever, and it gets pretty interesting. Anyway, they were, I think, around this time about to zoom out that picture, and I think they, we can probably leave it there for a few more minutes, because it does clear up just a little bit, but not as great as it could. So it's, you know, with all these earthquakes that happen, it's really weird that, you know, all of a sudden we get a day that had that many earthquakes. Something has to give somewhere, and of course with, you know, the extra lava, obviously something did give, and all of a sudden we had portions of the cone, whether it was a collapse or just pure pressure forcing extra lava out. We did have that flow yesterday, and we seen what it looked like, and it was really awesome and tremendous. And of course that material was coming out very had very low viscosity to it, because of that very nice flow. And afterwards, what was ending up happening, you know, as it gets down the hill, because it's cooling off a little bit, it's starting to pick up all those other big rocks and everything else, and debris that's been in the way in those lava paths, if it stays within them. And of course the viscosity gets higher and higher, and that stuff slows down, so you end up getting a buildup behind it, and making the front wall bigger and bigger and bigger as this is slowly moving down the hill, right? And that's actually what's happening when we go back to this picture here. That's actually what's happened here, is off on this back side. I don't know if you can see it, but the lava height is somewhere around there, okay? So when you look at it, the bottom of the buildings are here, and you take a look and you start measuring up. Well, this is 2 stories of the building. This is the top of the roof of the building, and we still have another story or so up above that. So what do we got there? We've got, you know, probably 40 feet of lava. What is it? That's 10 meters, 12 meters of lava wall pushing material down all at once. So that's quite a bit. And anyway, let's go back to the other one here, since it is still a nice scene and we kind of like that. I'm liking it anyway. So anyway, if we go a little bit further onward, so 5 hours 11 minutes ago, definitely see the fire fountain still putting out a lot of material, but you can also see quite a bit of that black smoke in the background. Of course, this is the time of the eruption that you really want to pay attention to those dark clouds, and you'll be able to see some of that lightning that is produced, the volcanic lightning, because of the the speed of the material coming out, and of course the collisions of that material. You know, some of it is rocks, some of it is water vapor, some of it is ash, some of it is lava, and as this stuff is all shot up and out, basically ionization takes place. It turns certain polarity, and you get clouds up there that are different polarities, with positive and negative charges. All of a sudden they get too close and bzzzt, you have a big zap. All right, I know that was a bad zap. Okay, so anyway, it happens. So let's see if we get that one back up a little bit further, and we see what happens is it starts to deteriorate as far as the way everything looked, and it kept on doing that even so that's about 4 hours ago, roughly, and that's the scene, what they were seeing. And of course they moved the camera back to the lava flow that was heading down, and I don't know if they were just moving it or if it's still being adjusted. I think they were just adjusting it. Okay, so moving back a little bit more, yeah, you can see starting to cool down and lessen out a little bit. And then yeah, they moved the camera a few times, and we'll put that back to live. And so this is back to the live picture now, and that is the condition that's happening there. One of the things that we did want to mention, like with all that smoke and everything earlier, because there was a lot better, cleaner air, it was actually really, really good in that respect. Oh, the fire truck left. We still have 2 ambulances. Yeah, we still have 2 ambulances here though. Okay, neat stuff. Anyway, I don't know if my bunnies be scared of the flashing lights or not. The sirens might scare them off, but the flashing lights shouldn't. They're pretty good bunnies. All right, I'm gonna actually leave that back on the bunny area here. Just had to move the camera. Okay, so keep my bunnies happy. Anyway, so that was that, and of course this was the other stream feed that we were looking at, and we'll get rid of the big banner. And again, that one was also kind of interesting when we went back as far as we could, and that's about 10 hours ago. And there you can see a pretty good clean shot. And again, this is actually a very good clean shot that we can actually see what's going on. You see the smokers out in front, which is pretty cool to see. And of course that's right there. And then of course a lot of that other material is steam. You can kind of see in the back here that it's kind of steaming off the backside as well. We don't really see that that crater that was back there. Oh, I hear sirens. They're leaving somewhere. Anyway, this wasn't too bad of a shot. And then when we moved up ahead a little bit, kind of gave the same impressions. I still don't know what, like I say, what time the actual sonic booms were happening from the explosions. I wouldn't mind if anybody had a time. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind watching it if it was on La Palma TV La Palma. We can go back. We do have the clock on there, so we can have a peek at it and see what we had going on. Anyway, there's actually some good lava flowing out of there, and you can see it. It definitely is continuing to flow. And actually, that's a pretty good flow right there. That is really pouring out, and I'm kind of glad I got that. I wish they would zoom in on that. But that's that right there. You can see that lava is flowing out of there at a very, very fast rate. It's almost like what we were seeing yesterday when it was pouring out. So lots of lava happening, and that's kind of weird. But hey, it is a volcano, so why not? There was mysterious flashing. Oh, blue moon. Okay, yeah, there were mysterious flashing lights just before sunrise to the south. And those flashing lights, they were behind the clouds and stuff, right? Is that what you were seeing, blue moon? They're kind of behind the scene there, because that's what I had noticed. I don't know if that was last night or this morning. So somebody is telling me 5 minutes. Okay, thank you. I saw those flashing lights. Was wondering. Yeah, and it had to be a couple of emergency vehicles over on the other side. That's the only thing that I can think of. And oh, that was this morning. Yeah. So I'm kind of going, what the heck is going on? But you could see that it was like quite an eerie view, right? But you could see them, and had to wonder about what was really going on. Earth lights, moon lights, no, on the ground. Oh, I didn't see any flashing lights on the ground. I know there were the emergency vehicles. Okay, Sharon Stewart says, yep, I saw those lights. I scrolled back at 4 a.m. my time, Pacific. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Okay, looked like electric flashes. And you know what? Blue moon, actually, some of them did look like electric flashes, and I did see those as well. And I was wondering if what was happening is that we had some lava hitting some power lines and tipped the lines over and shaking the lines, and it was arcing. And that's something that I thought was happening yesterday over on the other side. So there are a bunch of different possibilities, but that was likely what was going on. That and the people with the flashing lights, they were there afterwards working on stuff. Colin watched a vid today of 8 fissures on the ERZ of Kilauea. Okay, lava moving at 60 kilometers per hour. No, that was suspendous. Now that was okay. Stupendous. All right. Careful with the crayons. Piggy is not here to refill your box by having a hospital vacation. Yeah, John, we wish Piggy all the best, and we're saving her all the bits, all the worn out crayons, the little pieces that are left over. I've got them all. They're in a box. She can have them when she comes back. Raymond, welcome. The flashing lights were power wires. You could see it on the ocean view. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. So, okay, thanks. That would make sense. So it probably was lava pushing the poles around and causing some arcs. And that is very, very possible or likely. Okay, I wanted to move ahead a little bit more here and see what else they had. And maybe we can catch one of the explosions or something. This here is 8.5 hours ago. And if we go about 7.5 hours ago, that would give you this. We can see in this one that we're getting a lot more gray material coming up the back again. A lot of that soot and ash and everything else starting to push through. But we do know, in addition to the steaming off in the front, we still have that lava flow. So anyway, somebody's telling me 2 minutes. I will make this quick, and we'll go through. And I thought this was kind of a nice scene here where you could see a little bit more color. And actually, I think I am going to leave it here while I am on my break. So please enjoy the view. And I know this is probably better than looking at that night scene. So I think I'll leave it here for right now. This is somewhere around dusk. And please enjoy it. And it's Pepsi time. And for those who are new to, or well, hang on. How come we got 266 people and only 132 likes? That's less than half of you liked the stream. Holy mackerel. I'm starting to get disappointed with all that lava and volcanoes and smoke and fire and bits flying out and only 130 some likes. Holy macaroni. Okay, guys, somebody's got some work to do on that thumbs up thing. Anyway, please do hit that thumbs up button, and that really, really does help because somebody did a bunch of thumbs up and then it went back down. Okay, now it's climbing. That's great, guys, and I really do appreciate the help because that really does affect the analytics of the stream. So please do what you can to help out. If you're liking the stream, by all means, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're new and you have not yet subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button if you feel we've earned it. And while you're there, hit that bell notification. That will also help you come to the stream when we start, just, sometimes 15 minutes early and that kind of thing. That way you can catch all of it. And usually when today I started early because I was bored, but sometimes I start early because there's something happening. So those are things that we want to see. Anyway, if you need to know when the streams are on, please take a look down below. And remember, today is Friday, so that's the last day of the week as far as the workday schedules. So Saturday and Sunday are different times. And remember that. So tomorrow we start at 2 p.m. and at 2 p.m. run till 4. On that note, I am going to go take that break. So again, I don't see those like buttons up high enough yet, but hopefully we'll get you to hit it a few more times there, you guys. And I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta. I will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the microphone back on, and welcome to those people that just joined us, and welcome back to those that are still here, and gotta love it. At last, 47, who was only 47 minutes late when he came in. Welcome back. Fire fixing La Palma. Yes, it is indeed. That's what it says on the screen. Cumbre Vieja Volcano, La Palma, Canary Islands. That is what we were watching. This was what was happening earlier today. So for those who are just joining us now, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Some of you ask, am I a real doctor? No, I am an amateur geologist as well as a prospector, and I do like volcanoes a lot. Okay, and got into streaming this other one in Iceland that we refer to as Ragnar. Actually started out as Bob, and I really don't know how it got named Bob. Snicker. But Bob was the inspiration, and so I've been doing streaming ever since, and like doing it. At least I live up to my name. At last, 47, you're right on the money. Right on. Topic posed, welcome, and I got change. I got change. Tell you what, if I give you a 50, can you give me two 100s? And then I'll have change too. Oh, maybe, hang on, that won't work, will it? If I give you two 50s, you got to give me four 100s. That's good change. Really, it is. It's good math. Don't worry about it. Just do it. Anyway, yeah, so this is what we were watching. I got change. I can, or can I? Yeah. You. Well, what are you doing? What are you eating there? I can't see what you're eating. Is that a cupcake? Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, let's see. What else we got there? Okay, whatever with kawa at the end of it. Not sure what you're doing there, but let's not do that and just be nice in the channel, please. Okay, yes, I made a bundt cake for the church today. A bundt cake. So that's all right. Is loss. Okay, not sure what that's referring to there. But anyway, Ron Davidson also here. Mel Warfenminus. My son is loving this. Excellent, and I'm glad that you are enjoying the show. And we do try to give the right scenes on here. But as you can see, it is starting to get very smoky and cloudy in this particular scene. And again, this was about 5 hours and 50 minutes ago, roughly, from La Palma. And this is before it got dark. And of course, they since haven't been able to see much as we continue on with it. So it gets progressively more smoky as the wind changes direction and causes that steam to come a little bit closer or more towards the camera. And that's kind of what's happening there now as it changes. Randa, welcome. Hello, is this now? No, this is like I said, it's 5 hours, 5.5 hours ago, 5 hours, 10 minutes ago. Wow, sorry, 5 hours, 50 minutes ago. 1850, about thereabouts. Solar Whizzle, so that is not live. No, Solar Whizzle, it's not live right now. I will put it back to the live picture. Okay, the live picture is boring though. So here we go. Here's your live picture coming up as it buffers and then gets it into the right place. And why is it taking so long? It shouldn't be buffering like that. It doesn't love me. Okay, yeah, they may have turned off that stream. That may be what the problem is. Let's see what's going on. Oh, it doesn't love me at all. They may have shut that stream off already, or there's commercials in there or something. That may be what it is. So, let's see if we can get it back on here. Yep. So this is, oh, it's still buffering. Huh. Okay, I wonder if they're, yeah, at 34 minutes after it wasn't, so 10 minutes ago it wasn't buffering. I think their stream might have died out. But this is what it looks like 10 minutes ago, okay? So almost live, but you see the direction of the steam from that lower vent that's just down at the end of our Canary Islands label. You can see that it's heading up there. Oh, they're pulling out with the camera a little bit. Trying to see what's going on, and you can see that steam is just going right up over top of our cone and covering everything up. So visibility is very, very poor, unfortunately, and that's why we were going back in time to kind of do its thing. Okay, anyone know if Etna and SO are still going? As far as I heard, SO is quiet, and Etna, I did not even get a chance to have a look and see what it was doing today, fire fixing. Okay, so like I said, this is almost live, and I'm going to go back over to this one. We definitely know this is live, and then our other stream here where we're seeing the lava flowing down the hill, that is live as well. So I don't know which one to kind of leave it on here, but I'll leave it right there. Tony has 2 good live views on his channel. Yeah, yesterday it really, somebody did the same thing to me too and said, yeah, Tony's got these views on, but they were actually the recordings from earlier in the day, and yeah, they were nice views. But and you know, people were saying they were live, and I was looking at it going, no, that's not live, that's like 2 hours ago. So we got to be careful with that, and I will take a look and see. I know Tony has a couple of other streams in there, and that or a couple other sources that I don't have and I'm not privy to. So Volcano de Fuego, Fuego as in the one in Costa Rica. We will maybe have a look at that later on as well. These newer ones, I need time to be able to research them, okay? That's the thing. I just can't pop over and grab things. Anything new with La Palma Volcano? Green Eyes. That's what we're talking about. Stick around, you'll find out. Alvaro, welcome. Did they know whatever identify the guy that went on the rim of Ragnar, or did he came out for fame and post pictures on top? I don't know if anybody ever did. Alvaro, it's very possible that the authorities were looking for him and waiting for him to do that. So they may have gone through their investigations and tracked them down. I don't know if we're ever going to hear about it. Aurelio, yes, you're naming all the volcanoes. Tall is nice. I'd love to go there. I want to see the blue lava. And you know, for those people who don't know what the blue lava is about, Tall is one of the is in Indonesia, and it actually does produce a very heavy sulfur lava, and when that flows and at nighttime, the lava actually, the burning or off-gassing is burning in blue, and it makes the entire lava look blue, which is really, really awesome. And Sulphur Lake makes blue, yeah, sulfur makes blue flames, absolutely. That's what I'm just saying now. So it is awesome to see, and I would love to actually see it. Larry Mason, welcome back. Glad to have you on board. Rico also popped in, and let's see, there's a couple. Eddie Arturo, welcome, and Ola. Topic posed: 2 different guys went to the rim of Ragnar. I seen footage of them both. One was while it was erupting. Yeah, we had never seen posts from either. There was a post of the one that went right up onto the rim, and he did. I think the other one did too, and I think the first one that went out there while it was throwing out all that lava, actually the authorities wanted to talk to him, and I think they did. But the second one I don't know about. So anyway, let's go and look at other things here. So we have our map. And I wanted to pop in, this is of course the 3D maps, which you guys can bring up the link for the 3D maps by simply typing in La Palma 3D, all one word, and that will bring up the link for the 3D maps, and it gives you a pretty good idea where the lava has flown and where it's continuing to build up. Anyway, as we zoom in, we see that we do have 5 vents. Right at the top of the hill is 3 in a row. The one sitting a little bit further back, and then the one a little bit downhill, which is more a spout of, I don't know if there's tubes connecting these or whatever, spillway. So pretty cool. And anyway, the outlining is the area that has been inundated by the lava. And yesterday I had kind of mentioned that there was, well, actually the areas that they're showing that are empty here, those are the ones that are getting more hot lava pouring on them. But yesterday I was mentioning about that fire that we were seeing, and I was a little bit unsure if it was here or here, and it almost looks like it was actually over here. So the one that we were seeing, yeah, it's hard to tell what we were actually looking at, and I thought it was right in this area because you could see the edge of the hill. So, but that is a new lava flowing in there, and that is kind of awesome to see that they've kind of outlined it. Anyway, if we go over to the colors here, this is a little easier map to view it on. You can see where the new hot lava has been, and you can see up here there's a whole bunch of stuff that I do believe this was the area that was inundated with it there. So that may be what we were watching on that other scene. And if we go back to there, I don't know if that compares. I'm just looking at the shape of the buildings in the background, and if we go back to that and kind of zoom in and see, you know, it could be that building there with that square, or this one, and the lava flowing through in this area. I really don't know 100%, but it sounds like a good story, and I should stick to it. Anyway, if we let's see, if we turn that one a little bit, you get a little bit better idea. I don't think, don't know if that's what it looks like. Height wise, I think that might be a little bit disproportionate, but then again, I don't know if it was actually that much lava. They may have their elevation mixed up slightly on there, but I don't know if this was an actual mound there or not, and it is now overrun or something. Smart though to build up on the hill. So anyway, we'll see what happens in the future. And whoop, I zoomed out too fast, it won't keep up to that. And the other thing I mentioned here before, we had new lava in Mount Todoki's exit port here, and you see that it was just rolling around and going right in and along the edge, filling in that extra area. And down here, you can see the dark red stuff is the new stuff, by the way. So you see it moving along here. Our light tower is a lot more visible today in this shot, and it is right there, and it's not in any danger as of yet. I'm hoping that this stuff will end up going this way if it does continue to flow out, and hopefully it will never reach the lighthouse, although the infrastructure will probably be messed up getting out to there. They need to maybe get power or something back on later on in life. And that speck there, I do believe, is our... is it? No, it might be here. This is our TARDIS, for lack of better words, still in existence. So that lava flow is pretty cool. And if we let this run... Whoop, hang on, I gotta put that back to the beginning. There, now we'll let it run. Okay, so down on the bottom you can see the dates, and this is the progression of the lava flow coming from Cumbre Vieja, and it continues to do what it needs to do. And you can see how it's filling in everything and doing a pretty bang up job burying everything in its path. So you see everything that it's filling up, all those last voids that were left open as more spillage continues. So it just gets thicker and thicker and thicker. Anyway, looking at that, that's all cool. I think we will, what else we got here? So, oh, that's the earthquake one. We'll look at the earthquakes afterwards, after the break. And we're good for that. So that basically, the 3D maps is all cool. We'll look at those again later. Just a quick check on our cone. Still in the smoke, in the steam, in the fog, in the VOG, and whatever else is in there. And our lava flow was still flowing. So I think I'm going to leave it here while I go get ready for my break. So for those people who have joined us here, and if you have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like button if you're enjoying it. Yeah, slog? No, it's VOG. That's volcanic fog. VOG. Doctor Who catches, yeah. Oh, you think that's going to work, Juliet? I don't think that's going to work. Anyway, for those who are here, and if you have not hit that like button yet and you're enjoying it, please do consider that. Also, if you're new and you want to see more of these streams, by all means do hit that subscribe and the bell, and that way you get notified. And for those who need to know when to look for the stream, you can take a look down in the description. It clearly tells you down there when we're on. And also down in the description there are other keywords like lapalmaeq2 as an example, which will give you a link to an earthquake map for La Palma. La Palma EQ as well is a different one, so you can do that as well. So okay, other than that, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go take my break. So keep smiling, keep playing nice. Don't go play house in those houses that have lava flowing over top. That would really, really be bad. Anyway, be cool and play nice in the lava. I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'm going to take a 5-minute break. And welcome Leo, as well as Kananaskis Country and Edith NZ. Let's see, Wendy C's also here, says VOG. Okay, I'll be back, you guys. Keep smiling. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have the microphone back on, and welcome to all of those who are still here. Glad to have you here, and I see we have a couple more people popped in. Stanley, welcome. Adrian Weiss is back, and let's see, who else did I see that snuck in here? And let's see, Leo we got. D, welcome back, D, and EC is also in here saying bunny alert. Yes, I did see the bunny, and I did go say hi to it from the window just to make sure. And oh, Kim Lambert is back. Glad to have you on board, Kim. Good to see you back in here. And oh, hey, what the heck is that? Blue lights. Emergency vehicle somewhere over there. That's cool. All right. Neat stuff. Anyway, everybody knows this time of day is when I start the second hour, it is bacon seed time. And that is what is got to come. So, Kananaskis country also back. Welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Coppers. Yep, could be. Was a police car. The Popo. Bacon seeds. All right. Without further ado, some bacon seeds. These are snowy bacon seeds. These are a little bigger already. They're practicing their outdoor jogging or whatever, and you know, they're doing their thing, playing in the snow, and that's what they like to do. So yeah, peeky oink oink oink. Okay, got it. I think I can repeat that, but I don't need to. Okay, and here is the smaller versions of those, and I don't know. I like the little ones better. They are a lot cuter, and these ones, I don't know. It always amazes me with the brown stripes on them. That's kind of cool. Kind of reminds me, instead of being like a pink pig, they're more like a boar almost, or something. So. But cute. I like them, and they're a mini version, so awesome to see. Anyway, those are your lovely lovely bacon seeds for today, and of course we thank Piggy very much for all of the bacon seeds that she's sent over the time so far. So and there are more that I have yet to put into the file, but we'll work on those as required. And on that friendly note, I will head back over to our volcano. And actually, this is not the volcano I really want to go to, though. I think we want to go to Iceland, and we want to see what's happening there. So give me a half a sec or two or something, and we will see if we can see something in Iceland that's reasonable to be able to show from earlier today. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's get over to Iceland. So here we go, and of course this was from 1625 or 26 roughly Iceland time. So what is it, 8 hours ago, 8.5 hours ago. So that's what it looked like there. You can see our volcano, of course, right there, in case you missed it. Okay, just to make sure. And the valley in the back here with all that smoke going around it, that is actually quite a deep valley, and the floor of that valley, well, I shouldn't have rounded it, but the floor is quite deep, and we're about 70 meters is what we've got there for depth, if not more. And you can be assured that down on the bottom, you probably have a layer that would have cooled off a bit and gave it some insulation. And then in the top, you'll probably also have a meter or maybe 10 meters of cooled off already. But the stuff that's all in between here is probably still, 1,000 degrees or something. It would still be quite hot in there. It's going to take a long time for that area to cool down. Anyway, I'm going to clear that off just to kind of let you know that's what we're looking at there. And again, that was roughly 8 hours and 42 minutes ago. If we move ahead in time a little bit to 5 hours 40 minutes ago, the view wasn't that great. You can see Keflavik lights in the background there from the airport and stuff, and it wasn't all that great. I think that's Keflavik anyway. But if we move on a little bit further, that visibility dropped to nil. That means we've got clouds there. So that's kind of what's going on there. Oh, I got a big circle around that. We'll get rid of the circle. I did refresh the map just a little bit ago, but I could do it again just so we're 100% with the latest and greatest. And here we go. And it probably didn't change much. It is on a downward descent right now, unfortunately. We do see a couple of spikes in here, so those would have been earthquakes of some sort. That did happen, and not sure how long ago those would have happened. I will get the earthquake map up there right away, so let's see if I can get it to go real quick. All right, there we go. It's loading, and we'll get it in the right place. And there we go. Here are the Icelandic earthquakes that may be kind of responsible for that spike that we've seen there. So anyway, let's start up in the north here real quick. Not too much going on up top compared to, like, this is dying out a little quieter. When we run around here, we don't see too much. There's a couple of newer looking ones here from the 19th, so a 1, and this may be another one right here, or that might be yesterday. Yeah, no, today. Almost a 1. 9 kilometers down, and not doing too much. This area here, or crater, that's Askja. And that was one that everybody was watching and going, hey, we think it might blow, but it has calmed down a bunch. At 7:24 a.m., 5 kilometers down, 0.5. And this guy over here was at 8:43 a.m., 2 kilometers down, and a 1.5. So that one is a little bit more interesting, okay, since it's only 2 kilometers down, and but it's only a single one. If we had a bunch of things coming up there, like lava movement, we would see multiple quakes, like a typical swarm that you would see in other areas, and I don't think the one single one is going to make much of a difference. When we look at what's happening in the ice fields, we had at 4:38 a.m. 12 kilometers down, 1.4, and what did we have here? A 1.2 magnitude, 11 kilometers down at 1:42 a.m. Iceland time. So nothing too serious happening there. I'm not going to write home about it. And this little swarm over here is Hekla, and that is another one of the volcanoes, and it does seem to have some fresh stuff around it, as well as the older swarming, and this swarming is usually a precursor to something underneath happening, right? And we don't know what it's actually doing yet. A lot of these are from yesterday, 2.2, 2.1. So maybe there's only 1 or 2 new ones or little ones in there. Yesterday's, is this today's? Yeah, this is today's, a 1. Is that today's as well? Yeah, 1.2. So, Yesterday's activity was the bigger ones. Today's were some of the smaller ones. So again, quietening down just a little bit, but that is that swarm. And you can, keep looking at it, because if we got things happening in swarms like that, there's always a possibility of, something breaking out, right? And we did have a couple other ones here, and I'm not sure, but they may be today's or yesterday's. Today's. Okay, 1.74 kilometers down at 2:14 a.m. And this one it was yesterday's, a 1.3 magnitude. Not sure if this is today's, maybe yesterday's as well. No, it is one, but that's only 2 kilometers down. So again, that distance down is always interesting. But if it's only one, I'm not going to be overly concerned about it. As we, I'll zoom out a little bit here. I see a couple of neat ones here. Where was this one? Oh, that disappeared. Oh, okay. We did have kind of a little swarm here. Not sure what's going on. That one was from yesterday. I don't know if there's really new ones in here. They all look like they're from yesterday. 1.3 from today. Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. That might be yesterday's, though. It looks orangey. Yeah. So we did have a little bit of a swarm here with various sizes. Something, and that's out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. And we'll zoom out just a little bit more here. There we go. So this is basically the Reykjanes Peninsula, the whole thing here. And this is Reykjavik, the capital city, Keflavik, the airport, and if we zoom in here, Grindavik, and of course the Blue Lagoon, and the power plant sits right about here. And that kind of gives you a little bit of an indicator of what we're doing. Now again, the volcano we just looked at, it sits right about here, and this is Geldingadarlir, the valley that I said was had about 70-meter water or lava level in it. So that's sitting right there. I do see, and this right here is the Big Ram, as they call it, and we see a little quake on the side of the Big Ram from yesterday, 0.9. And then this could be from weight, because we do have a lot of weight from that lava field. But there's also these two down here. And again, these could be caused by weight settling. This one, the 1.4 at 40 minutes after midnight, the Iceland time yesterday's, or so like early in the morning. So 7 kilometers down. That's a little far for shifting. Again, this one's 7 kilometers down. So not sure what's going on, but remember the massive stuff we used to have here, it seems to all be gone, and we've got just a very few. This one here is interesting, a magnitude 1, 2 kilometers down. And then if we zoom in and look at these two right here, since they are fair sized, this was at 12 noon roughly, 5 kilometers down. That's up a little higher than what we were seeing earlier in this area. Most of that stuff was 6 or 7s. This one, again, 2.5 magnitude, and that happened right around 12 as well. So both of them about the same depth. And then this guy, 1212, a 1.2 magnitude, again 5 kilometers down. So a little bit higher up. And then we had this tiny little guy right here, 0.6 and 5 kilometers down, roughly the same time. So that's pretty cool. And then what's this little guy out here all alone? He's going to get lost. It's like a lonely piggy. And 4 kilometers down, a 0.4, and kind of makes you go, why is it all the way over there? Something shifted. And this one is the one at 2 kilometers down. So That one I think was from yesterday. Yeah, the one. So big ram on the bottom end of big ram. We have a couple there that we've seen. So, and there's one beside the trail here from yesterday, 0.7, 5 kilometers down. Gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on there as far as earthquakes, but doesn't really tell you if that's actually going to lead to any kind of an eruption or anything. Typically, you would see a much, much larger swarm of earthquakes beforehand, and we're just not seeing that. If we go right out to the tip of the peninsula here, 1.2, 5 kilometers down, and they seem to all be in that same range. I think this one is from yesterday. Yeah, 1.8. And then, let's see, was there anything out in the water today? If we zoom out, no, nothing new in the water. So, in general, it's not a very, very noisy day, but not a quiet day either in Iceland. And that is pretty good, and we should be okay with that. And since we're on the topic of traveling, let's go to Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. Where did I stick Hawaii? Hey, oh, that's the wrong screen. There, that's better. All right, there is Kilauea. And you can definitely see into the crater. I think yesterday or day before I mentioned that it looked like steam coming up on the sides. That's actually not steam. It's material that's actually whitewashed. Some of that, some kind of chemical. So, and it's interesting though to see the difference from the day before to what we've got today. Pretty awesome, pretty cool. And hopefully tonight I will be able to get some of that. So Paul Zilla just typed in there Hawaii map, and that brings up a link to the USGS government site there. And we will get that on the screen as soon as I find where the heck I put it. Yeah, we'll click on that one. All right, so now we get to that view, but I want to change it, and I do believe it's like that. All right, good. So we'll zoom out a little bit first to kind of let you know what you can see there. So there you go, big island of Hawaii, Maui, the place where Maui Me comes from, and Oahu. Teresa is in Oahu, if she's here. I don't know if she is, but anyway, the activity, of course, is down on the Hawaiian island of Hawaii, the big island, and again, we can see some of the earthquakes. This is like a repeat of yesterday and the day before and the day before. You know, they're all pretty much the same thing, 20 to 22 miles down, 31, 32 kilometers down, and they're all ranging between about 1.5 to just almost, I'd say 2.9 or something like that, full range. I see occasionally we see a different one, like that one is fairly fresh over there. Makes you wonder if there's something happening there. And again, that is only at 0.9 of a mile down, so slightly over a kilometer, so it'll be about a kilometer and a third roughly, or almost kilometer and a half down, and makes you wonder what's going on down there, right? Anyway, Kilauea is here. The picture we just looked at of the cone, or the I'll find the word. Hang on. Whatever. the thing that all the lava sits in. Okay, my God, that happens. Ever have a day where you just train of thought went down the track? Anyway, so that's where the volcano is. Anyhow, they do have a bunch of monitoring there. Called, yeah. Oh, a crater. That's what it is. It's a crater. Uh, yeah. But nothing made the crater other than a volcano. It's a volcanic crater. There we go. Oh man, bad times. Anyway, you click on those triangle things, gives you some of the seismometers and monitoring station. You can see what has been going on there, and definitely helps out if you are into that kind of thing. The other bunch of dots that they've got here, so that again is some metering that they're doing. This is a tilt meter, as well as you have 4 different cameras here, and you have a gas metering, as well as GPS, and some more tilt meters right in this area, and that definitely tells you what that crater is doing, right? So anyway, I'm going to let you peruse that again. You guys can take a look at that yourself if you wish, and have some fun with it. And unfortunately, I don't have anything on our wonderful Etna today. I just did not get time to dig into that. So for now, we'll throw you back over, but not into the lava over here at the flow that's coming down the hill. I did actually want to see, yeah, we still got a lot of steam hiding our vent up top on this particular feed, and the other one, of course, is just that lava flow coming down the hill, which doesn't see too much, unfortunately. But and the other thing is, I have volume on 2 of them, and there is hardly any noise coming from it tonight. So things got a lot more quiet. Now, they were saying that there were some explosions today, but I didn't hear of when they were. And of course, they would have made some type of a sonic boom or shock, because people were saying they did see shock waves. So I didn't hear of anyone talking about you know, when it was. So unfortunately, kind of left in the dark. And we'll put it back here. Actually, I think that's the prettiest picture. It's a very pretty picture, but I really hate seeing that destruction. And it's unfortunate that those homes and buildings are being overrun. And my thoughts go out to those people of La Palma that are losing their stuff. I mean, in general, it's just not a good thing. Okay, on that note, though, I want to say it is break time, and I am going to go for a break, and then we will get back to our last half hour of the show, and we'll see what else we can come up with. So, for those who are enjoying this, and if you have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting it, because it really does make a big difference in the end. Even one extra, a thumbs up, does make a difference in the end as far as whether your YouTube analytics kick in or not. So please do hit it if you're enjoying it. For those who are new, and if you have not yet subscribed, just wanted to mention we do have a very high subscriber rate, well over 50% on this channel. So for those who haven't subscribed yet, please do consider hitting that subscribe button if you like what you're hearing. And yes, Leo, it is Pepsi time. I'm going to go take a break. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, where it's cold. I'm not even sure what the temperature is, but I'm going to put it up in the chat here, and that will, yeah, oh, it's only -3 Celsius. Or 27 F. That's not so bad. Or earlier this morning it was -12. So, yeah, Frosty username. -3 is nice compared to -43. Okay, so Alberta. Yes, exactly. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000. I will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Thanks, guys. Okay, I can't resist. I have to turn the microphone back on. I'm your host, Dr. Fox2000. You're watching our last quarter of the Volcano Eruption live stream. And yes, the dogs you heard barking, and I'm surprised you guys didn't hear or pick up on it. Those were definitely Spanish-speaking dogs. There was nothing English about that, or even German here. I could clearly hear the Spanish accent. And yeah, as soon as I heard the barking, I had to kind of take a double take here to see which feed it's actually coming from. And that was on TV La Palma. And yeah, you could easily tell that was heavy Spanish accent to that barking. So we know where they're from, and they are La Palma dogs. And they were talking about the lava. So anyway, fear not, no dogs are chasing my bunnies, okay? And we're all good. Anyway, let's have some more fun. We're still seeing that stuff flow down the hill, and unfortunately, we're not seeing anything else that is of real interest. And I was kind of just thinking, okay, well, what if we go back and just look at what we had from yesterday, just to recap a little bit. And of course, we had that massive amount of lava coming out of the flow. And if I still have it loaded here, and I should, I don't know if that's the right one. Oh, somebody put a pig in the way. Okay. And let's see if we get that to play. Yeah, that's the one I want to play. So, yeah, from yesterday, they had swung the camera around from that lava field, and again, so I reiterate, this is from yesterday. All right, this is not today's, and we should be okay with that. Let's see. Are you what? Okay, Atlas, don't do that. We don't eat pets, okay? You won't eat your chihuahua, so I'm not going to eat my bunnies. Simple as that. Anyway, this was what we were observing yesterday, and we did see earlier today that we did have similar outflow coming from the volcano. Before everything got steamed over, that is, and we couldn't see any more of that material coming out, but it kept on going, right? And that is, yeah, don't poke the bear. Smart idea, Arizona. Even with a long stick, you'll find out you don't want to do that. Anyhow, this was what we were watching, and this again today, it was happened, the similar method during the daytime though, and that lava flow continued at that kind of a pace. And you really do have to wonder if we're seeing all this lava, and right there, it looks like very low viscosity. It's flowing really nicely and freely down the hill. But you know that it's WE is what you want to bring up. So exclamation WE will get you for Edmonton. That is too generalized, what they give you for Alberta. Alberta is a very large country. So, Yvonne Kunkel, good morning. Guten Morgen, Yvonne. Hast du einen schönen Schlaf gehabt? Hope you had a good sleep there. Okay, anyway, so kind of going over what we were seeing yesterday, and this is kind of the the same thing that we were seeing earlier in those daytime scenes that we looked at. Unfortunately, with all that steam coming up, it basically hid everything. And again, I wish I had the exact times of when things happened, as far as the sonic booms, or sorry, the sonic waves there that you could see. So, yep, you did. Okay, cool. I'm glad that you had a good sleep there, Yvonne. Okay, Mocha says it won't stop it. It isn't Iceland. Yeah, what? It won't stop it. Yeah, we're not going to be able to stop this thing. That kind of thing is really, really pretty awesome. So, watching that lava flow, and then, the fact that it was doing the same thing again today, and the same similar volumes, and that material, as it's moving down the hill, it really starts to increase in viscosity as it cools down slightly and starts picking up and clumping, picking up rocks and all kinds of different things. So it's rather interesting or neat to see. And I just thought I'd throw this on here just to talk about it a little bit, because it was interesting, and people like looking at lava flows. So pretty awesome, pretty cool. And I wish they would have been able to zoom in on the cone with this camera at when that other lava flow was happening today, and we would have seen a very, very similar output, only in the daylight. And that is part of the perception of this. At nighttime, you can see the lava so much more easily and a lot better because it glows. During the day, of course, the challenge is how much sunlight are you getting, and of course, in portions of today, from looking at what they had for weather, and I'm actually going to hit the weather map right away, but it was quite sunny there, so they did, earlier in the day, they did have fairly clear weather when it was doing just the steaming, right? And it wasn't dumping so much ash into the air. Anyway, I will go over to our weather map, and I need to update it first. First, I need to find it. There it is. And I also want to update my earthquake map, because we're going to show that as well for around the world. And yeah, it did that. And then I will refresh this one, and hopefully it'll put it to the right place. 1900, yep, that looks good. So now, again, because of the way the wind was blowing today, and if we actually take a look at this, actually, let's just go to the weather map. That'll work. There we go. All right, so we're zoomed out a little bit. You can see Spain here, Portugal, Morocco, and of course our Canary Islands here, Azores, I do believe, up there. And let me zoom in a little bit. But you see the way the current is coming. Usually we were getting the wind from the other side, from the northeast, blowing towards that. Give it a second, it'll catch up. There we go. And so our wayward side tonight is actually the windy side. But as you can see, the wind is not moving that quickly. We've got 4 or 5 kilometers, and 2 in a lot of places, even out in the ocean area. So it's not moving very quickly, but it is blowing technically inland towards the ridge, and all that material that's kind of sitting there with that steam, it's hiding. What? Huh? Steam just repeated 3 times? Steam, steam, steam? No, You don't want to do that. Don't repeat steam 3 times. Anyway, just try to keep up to the chat, guys. Looking at this, looks pretty cool. So, gives you an idea. Anyway, it's going the opposite way or direction of what it normally does. Not sure how much of, because we didn't have quite as much of that ash being shot up into the air. Not sure if any of that is going to make it up the coast, or if they're going to see anything at the either, well, along, I'm not sure if they're going to see anything in the northern ends of Morocco or bottom end of Portugal, perhaps, but likely not, because they've got pretty strong currents here shooting out into that area. So that kind of gives you the idea of what's going on here in the Canaries. And I zoomed out so we get a worldwide wind flow, and you can see what's happening. And things are all mixed up. And I see things here have changed in direction as well. Before they were getting the wind coming up from the other side, from the south upward. And now it's dragging from the north down, and I know what that means, and that's not a good sign. Because that means this material here, oh, now we see it, it's starting to draw in here. Once for us, this will start to push down, and this material will go down in this direction, and we will get this cold stuff coming from this place. And if anybody ever says, oh, you got an Alberta Clipper coming, and that's coming from the top end of Iceland, or top end of Alaska. So, and anyway, we do have our other volcanoes that are out on the arm here, and as mentioned earlier, there wasn't too much happening with them, but they are there. So let's leave the that map alone. Let's pop over to the earthquake map, worldwide earthquake map. Of course, this one does not show what's going on in La Palma. Unfortunately, USGS does not cover that area, nor do they cover Iceland, so we don't see those. Although they did have this one on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, which was a 4.6, the Rikens Ridge, as they call it there, and pretty interesting. And that was the one that we had 3.1 in Scotland. And here's a, what is this? This is in Athens, a 4.8 in Greece there. So hopefully they won't get too much. And our friend in Turkey, I hope you didn't feel that 5.1 that they had there at 5:40 a.m. UTC. So gives you a little bit of an idea what's shaking there. And of course, for those who are interested in this, this is our ring of fire, as they call it around here. And we do get a lot of earthquakes on the western coast, from about Oregon on down to the Baja of California there. And we also see something, this is Puerto Rico, that is got some earthquakes happening. Now Puerto Rico, this is not unusual. This little swarm reappears once in a while, and it happens there. So some people kind of freak out when they see that, and they say, I'm not going there. But this is a very common thing in Puerto Rico. This is almost like Hawaii, where you've got that cluster down from Kilauea, and this is almost the same thing. We always see earthquakes in this region, and of course it is a subduction zone, I do believe. I'm just not sure which side is subducting where. I think the the Atlantic plate is subducting under the Caribbean plate, if I'm not mistaken there. Anyway, hopefully that's all cool for you guys. We're going to go back to watching some lava flow or something. And let's see. No, that doesn't look too hot. And here we still see that steam rising up towards the volcano. And as we just looked at the weather map, we know that that material is blowing back in towards the ridge and over on the other side. So we will leave it right there, and I'm just going to do some chat reading. And since we're about 8 minutes away from finishing up, and I'm surprised I haven't seen Kim Raudenbush in here yet. And as soon as he gets here, we'll just tell him all good night, right? Frosty username, thanks for the maps, Doc. One of my favorite segments. And I'm glad you enjoy that, Frosty username. And, you know, I do have these maps all loaded up here, and sometimes I forget to show them and work with them. And it's kind of neat to be able to zoom in on an area and be able to present, you know, what's going on in that area. So pretty cool. Let's see. Good night, Sandra. You take care. Have a very good evening. And who else is leaving? Is somebody else leaving? I don't know who else is leaving. Closing time. Have a great weekend, everyone. Sandra Rockland. And okay, no worries. We're yeah, it's going to be a good weekend, I hope. By the way, I do have to kind of explain how my I am technically on call, okay, but because the other guy is trying to make extra money, so I get all the lousy calls. So if he's not wanting to get up at 3 a.m. They're going to end up giving me that call while I am on call. But I am on call from this Friday till next Friday morning. Unless I win the lottery, then I'll just quit. But, you know, sorry, let me rephrase that. A substantial amount in the lottery. And speaking of bunny alerts, there is a bunny still eating, or another bunny eating. And I'm very happy to see that. Because I did put new food out there earlier today. Have a fun week, everyone, says Windy C. Thank you, and you as well. Good night, Grandma B. And let's see, who else is heading out? Claudia, take care. So be good and enjoy your homes. And Evie. Time for Betty buys soon. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Fox, or thank you for the stream, Dr. Fox, and good night. Sleep well, lava, all lava loungers. Evie, thank you very much, and you have yourself a good night as well. Leo Carlson, once again, Dr. Fox, thank you for the great stream. Really appreciate what you do for us. Good night, all, oink. Okay, Leo, no problem. Enjoy doing the streams, so, and that's why I do them. It's lots of fun. It's good stuff, you know. I enjoy it, and some days are easier than others, but I do enjoy what I'm doing. So, and best part is, you know, we just do it. It's passion more so than anything else. And let's see. Thank you, Dr. Fox and Mods, from Kevin Haynes. Another great show, and oink. And for those who are not familiar with why everybody's going oink, the little piggies say oink. That means I love you. So love you all, oink. All right. Thanks for another enjoyable stream, and heading over to the bunny cam. Okay. Oh, the bunny took off. Oh no, we scared the bunny away. We'll find the bunny. It's okay. And yeah, I did start a few minutes early. I'm already at 2 hours and 10 minutes into the stream, so I might as well get ready to shut her down anyway. And do appreciate all of you being here today. Also, thank you very much to the moderators, Arizona Snowman, Paul Zilla, and C&D Boy. All did a great job and kept things happy and in control. And let's see, Yvonne, thank you for the stream, even if it was a short one for me. You did great again. Thanks to the mods as well. Night to my lava family, oink. And no worries, Yvonne. And I'm just glad you got some sleep. You're almost second to Piggy there with not getting very many hours of sleep consecutively. So I hope things change for you and you can sleep through the night, work during the day. Elaine, good night. Take care and thanks for being here. Omega Blast, you have a good one too. Okay. Take care and be good. At last, 47. Thanks again, Dr. Fox and the mods for the great stream. You're welcome. Glad to have done them. So let's see. Ron says thanks for another great stream. Same time, same place. The picture looks like an ancient Egyptian palace. You know, I kind of was thinking that too. And in a way it does. In a way it does. With some kind of freaky lamps or something. I don't know. The lava flow there, that looks pretty awesome though. Evil perhaps. Something that they had way back in the day. It does look like that. Good, Jane Binch, good night to all, and especially Dr. Fox for his time and effort. And thank you, Jane, I appreciate that. And that's flowing gold. You know what, Paul? If that was flowing gold, I wouldn't be sitting here. It is gold colored, I'll tell you that, but it's not my kind of sizzle, if you understand what I'm saying. Rico, good night. Buenas noches. And you take care. Except to see the Pharaoh. Yeah, well, if the Pharaoh starts pulling up with his entourage of... they would have had chariots back then and things like that, and then... the caravan, they would have been carrying him and placing him up on top there on the high pier to be able to gaze down. So, hanging gardens of Lavalon. All right, we're at the end of the stream, you guys, and it is time. Hasta la vista, baby. Okay, Rico, take care, and a very good night to every one of you out there. Let's see, where's my thing that says good night? I have one here somewhere. Thanks for watching there. That's the one I want to turn on, and we'll leave that there. I don't need to thank any super chatters because I had none tonight, so don't need to do that. I thank my mods. I thank my people. I think we're all good. Take care, everyone, and please have yourselves a super evening or a good day or good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. And please, make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. See you tomorrow on the earlier stream in the afternoon. Good night, everyone. Thank you.